All right, let's dive right in. Today we're going to walk through something called the Sankofa Framework. Now, this is a pretty powerful proposal aimed at community investors, and it's all about completely rethinking how we prevent youth violence. This quote right here, it gets straight to the core of the whole idea. It's arguing that, for way too long, we've been stuck in emergency mode, just treating the symptoms of violence. But what the Sankofa Framework is saying is, it's time to actually invest in the cure. And look, this isn't just some abstract theory. This is a formal, detailed proposal put together by Jawar Hakim Sankofa for community partners right there in King County and Seattle. It's a real blueprint for a totally new way forward.
So if we're going to find a cure, we first have to get the diagnosis right. The framework makes a really important distinction. It treats youth violence as a disease, a predictable outcome of certain conditions, not as some kind of personal defect or moral failing.
And this right here is the fundamental premise. The idea that violence doesn't just appear out of nowhere. No, it grows in the empty spaces left behind when basic needs for things like safety, guidance, and opportunity just aren't being met. The whole model is built to fill those gaps.
Okay, so what are those unmet needs? Well, the proposal zeroes in on 5 big, interconnected root causes. Think of them like cracks in a community's foundation. You've got unaddressed trauma, you've got serious economic pressure, fractured support systems, institutional failures, and this deep-seated erosion of a young person's sense of self. Every part of the Sankofa framework is designed to fix these specific problems. So, with that diagnosis crystal clear, the proposal lays out the cure, the Sankofa philosophy. This is the big picture vision that really guides every single action and every single program. So what does Sankofa actually mean here? Well, it's a huge shift in focus. It means instead of just reacting after a tragedy, we invest in preventing it in the first place. Instead of focusing only on punishment, we prioritize healing the trauma underneath. And this is so important. Instead of letting a young person's identity get shattered, we work to restore it. Of course, a philosophy is one thing, but making it happen is another. For any investor, you want to see a clear, actionable strategy, and that's exactly what Sankofa does, breaking its work down into these concrete pillars that form the backbone of the whole operation. And the strategy is really comprehensive. It starts with the absolute basics, guaranteed safe spaces. Then, it turns community centers into real resource hubs. It bakes in trauma-informed mental health. It builds mentorship programs based on real accountability. It focuses on restoring identity, and crucially, it addresses economic pressures head-on. See the pattern? Each pillar is a direct answer to one of those root causes we just talked about. Okay, so that's the high-level strategy. But what does this actually look like on the ground, day to day? This is where we see how those pillars come to life, through some really smart, engaging programs. First up is something they call the No-Cut Sports League. And honestly, this is a brilliant idea. Think about it. When a kid gets cut from the school team, they can lose their routine, their friends, and their confidence all at once. This league makes sure there's always a positive, constructive place for them to go. And the structure is so well thought out. Level 1 is just an open gym, super low barrier, just get them in the door. Level 2 is a skill academy for those who want to get better. And Level 3 offers competitive club teams. There's a clear path for growth, which is exactly what you want to see in a program like this. But here's the real secret sauce. This is so much more than just sports. To play, you have to go to mandatory tutoring. You have to keep up your school attendance. You have to do check-ins with your mentor. A basketball court suddenly becomes a classroom for discipline, accountability, and even real-world career skills. Next up, the framework tackles another really high-risk time for young people, the summer. The Sankofa Summer Immersion Camps are designed to take all that unstructured time and turn it into a powerhouse for personal growth and building a positive identity. And what's great is that it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. A young person can pick a track that they're actually passionate about, whether that's getting outdoors, diving into arts and culture, or learning about tech and trades. Giving them that choice is absolutely key to getting them engaged and invested in their own future. The proposal also gets down to some really foundational life skills. The swim and bike academies aren't just for fun, they're about building core confidence, discipline, and a sense of independence for kids who might have missed the chance to learn these things earlier. And check out the really smart parallel structure here. Both programs use tiers to build skills step by step, and both offer clear pathways to more responsibility. A swimmer can work towards becoming a junior coach. A biker can learn repair skills and even earn their own bike.
It turns a simple activity into a real, tangible step towards responsibility and maybe even a job.
So after looking at the philosophy, the strategy, and all these amazing programs, it all comes down to the bottom line, right? What's the social return on this investment? This final section frames the whole thing as exactly that, a smart investment in a community's future.
And really, this is the question on any investor's or community partner's mind. It's not just about doing good, it's about creating real, measurable change. What do you actually get back for putting resources into this?
The proposal gives a very clear answer. The return isn't just a feeling. It's a measurable drop in youth violence. It's better grades in school engagement. It's stronger, healthier identities. It's improved mental wellness and young people who are actually ready for the workforce. That is the social profit you get from this investment.
In the end, the Sankofa framework leaves us with this powerful call to action. It's saying, let's move past the blame game and start taking collective responsibility. Let's choose to invest in solutions that are actually designed to cure the problem at its root, and in doing so, to literally save lives.